Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here at our Wellness Hub. My name is Monica Campana, and today we have a wonderful, wonderful guest. Her name is Crystal Castle. She also has a wonderful name, and she's going to. She's a mindfulness and self empowerment coach, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself and what she's doing today to help people around the world. Crystal, the floor is yours. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me so much, Monica. I really appreciate what you're doing and all the people that you're trying to help. It's a tremendous blessing for people, like us to be able to provide the resources that we do on platforms like Facebook and Instagram. And it's technology is wonderful. It's so great that we're, have the ability to be able to be live and to talk to other people and to share our perspectives and what we're doing to help. So I teach mindfulness-based stress reduction, and I help people who are survivors of trauma to take back their power and to live a life of joy and peace. Because I know as a trauma survivor myself that it can be really difficult to live in a world where everything is happy. And we're even hearing now. I'm so grateful for the for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle talking to Oprah, and for Meghan being so open about her struggles with mental health, because mental health is something that we don't really talk about. A lot of people don't talk about, and we all struggle with issues. We struggle with issues of identity. We struggle with issues of depression and the things that we've been through in our life that cause us trauma, that cause us to struggle, and we don't feel like we can really talk about it because it's so poo-pooed around the world. Like, you just don't talk about the problems that you're having. It's not like you say to someone, hey, how you doing today? Oh, I slept for crap, I feel really bad, I'm
Yeah, you're
achy,
supposed to be positive all the time and show your
yeah.
best face, and
Yeah. I mean,
that's
you
what
look
you're.
on social media, it's everyone's posting all the wonderful things that's going on in their lives. Look at this beautiful food. Look at this delicious this. Look at this amazing this. Look at these beautiful clothes. No one's ever posting pictures of their breakdowns. Like, this is a picture of me when I just had an ugly cry with snot coming out your nose and stuff like that. And we really need to work on normalizing that. And that's one of the things that I try to do, is to help people understand that you're not alone in your struggles. Everybody struggles from something. And just because my struggles aren't the same as your struggles, Monica, that doesn't mean that you don't struggle and that you don't have issues and you don't have problems that you're really trying to figure out how to deal with.
That's wonderful. And you basically you have one-on-ones, you have groups. How do you offer your help
Yeah, so
today?
I mean, I do one-on-one coaching, but I find that a lot of people really get more benefit from being in a group coaching setting, because I think it's far more beneficial for people to understand that they're not alone. Because a lot of the times we struggle through a lot of these issues because we feel like we're an island unto ourselves. Nobody can understand me, nobody can get me, nobody will, be able to appreciate where I've been or what I've been through. And because of that, we try to do everything ourselves, particularly as women, because as women, we are raised since childhood that we're the ones that are the caretakers. We are the ones that are supposed to be responsible. We're the ones that are supposed to bear the burdens, keep everyone else happy to our own detriment. And so we're not taught how to ask for help. We're not taught how to seek help and how to really take care of ourselves. It's put everybody else first, and then we face burnout and depression, and we don't know what to do. We don't know where to go. We don't know who to turn to. So
And
I
do you
like really
do you
working in a
focus
group setting.
do you focus on women, or it's also men and women?
Men and women, but mainly women, because it seems like, to me, the majority of the people who struggle the most are women. Men don't really seem to have a problem talking about their issues. And there are men that do struggle. I'm not saying that there aren't. And you have the male machismo thing where, particularly with a lot of the people that I work with who are trauma victims, and abuse victims, men, they don't really talk about it because you're not supposed to, because you're supposed to be the big brave man. You can't, talk about being abused or being beaten, particularly by a woman. I mean, God forbid you get in a relationship with a woman and she's beating you up. You're supposed to be the big brave man that's taking care of yourself. And if you admit that you're letting this woman kick your butt, then you're just setting yourself up for ridicule and judgment and prejudice. And so a lot of people really just don't talk about that.
Wow, that's so interesting. I never thought about a woman beating a man, but there are cases, and it's very true what you're saying, and people hide
Yeah,
behind this curtain of perfection that at some point it's going to come down, and it's many times years go by before we face the truth and we say, you know what, I have to deal with this, otherwise it's never going to go away.
yeah,
And so this is what you do. You basically bring them, because I think the first step is awareness.
right.
Sometimes we live in denial and say, no, no, everything's fine, and until boom, everything happens, and then you start looking back and you say, well, this is why. And if I don't fix that or acknowledge whatever happened, and change in your brain how you're wired, and which takes time. So this is what you do. Now, how long are your sessions? Of course, people can do like a free consultation call with you to find
Yeah,
out what they need. And
yep.
then how does it work?
So typically, we'll work, if we're doing one-on-one, about an hour a week, every week, and we'll discuss, a particular issue that you're struggling with. We don't try to get everything at once, right? Because you can't, I mean, unless you have a dump truck, you really can't unload everything all at once. And honestly, dealing with a lot of issues like that, it's not beneficial psychologically to go through all of it at once, because you need time to process what you're going through. So we work on one issue at a time, and I help provide different strategies to help you deal with the issues that you're going through, or that you're struggling with on a daily basis. And provide you like tools and keys, and things that you can use in your daily life to help you, like if you're working with someone who is really difficult to work with, how can I work with this person and not kill them? Or want to jump off a cliff, because we've all been there, working with someone that drives us crazy, or working for a boss that's really just not great. So, or dealing with family members, even a spouse or children. How can I deal with these people on a daily basis without going insane? And so I help them to recognize what is truly causing the issues, and how to either avoid or create boundaries, or change the situation so that you're not struggling as much with those situations or with those people. And the same thing with memories, working on different things to help you get past things that are holding you back. So a lot of these things that we've gone through in our lives, they create an identity inside of us that tells us constantly that we are not enough, we can't move forward, we can't do these things. And so these are self-limiting beliefs that really kind of keep us stuck and struggling with moving forward in our lives and being happy and having everything that we want. We convince ourselves that our children's dental, or taking care of this other person, is more important than a new pair of shoes, even though you really need a new pair of shoes, or you need new clothes. You think about, okay, well, should I buy groceries or should I have my nails done? Well, okay, yeah, groceries are important, but do you need everything that you're getting? And, having your nails done is kind of a form of self-care, and it's not selfish. So I work with people to help them understand that self-care isn't selfish. And not only is it not selfish, that it's a mandatory practice. Like, you would never let the battery on your phone drain to nothing, but we allow ourselves to get that way. And so I try to help people understand that there's a, you know, balance, and you really need to work on maintaining
Yeah,
that
a
balance.
balance, because then there are some people that then they self-indulge, like they
Yes.
go to the hairdresser every week, or they do their nails every, every other day. Then that's another extreme, which is
Yes.
also not right.
No, it's not healthy.
Yeah, it's not healthy, but at least the self-care, and that's very, very true. And you wrote a book too.
I did.
What is your book about? What is the title of your book? Is it on Amazon or not yet?
Yeah, you can buy it on Amazon and Barnes and Noble, Google Books, and it's called Nourishing Mind, Body, and Spirit: A Healing Journey to the Higher Self. And I wrote that book because I realized that I've been doing a personal transformational journey, and I didn't truly love myself. And it wasn't until I really started to learn to love myself, including all of my flaws, everything that I'd been through, all of my struggles, everything that I'd done or didn't do. Once I really started to learn to love myself, it made it really easy for me to transition into the person that I am today. And so I wrote the book talking about the three different aspects of self, because we've got mind, body, and spirit. And, you know, as an athlete and a wellness, you know, advocate, I found that, you know, when I would work with clients, a lot of them would focus on one or two things, but they wouldn't focus on all three. And trying to only focus on two is like trying to sit on a two-legged stool. You just can't do it. I mean, you can, but you can't for very long. It's not going to be very beneficial. So most of the people that I worked with were either focusing on, fixing their health, so changing their diet, or exercising, or they would do exercise and diet, but they would completely neglect the spirit, which is a whole other part of yourself. You know, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And so we need to nourish the different aspects of ourselves to be able to feel whole and feel complete, and to feel like we're, accomplishing our purpose, whatever that may be. And a lot of people don't even realize what their purpose is. They don't even know. They just wake up every day and they do what they do on autopilot. And then the end of the day comes and they're like, wow, where'd the day go? Where'd the month go? Where'd the year go? And we just let everything get by. And so the book really helps you focus on different practices that you can do to nourish the different aspects of self, to be present, to be here and enjoy your life as it is right now, because yesterday's gone. Nothing you do, nothing you say, no matter how hard you wish or want, it's not going to change. And tomorrow is never guaranteed for anybody. So we need to focus on today. And that's what the book really helps you to do. It, provides 30 different things and small actionable steps that you can implement in your life to, really move yourself forward and be a better person, to continue to evolve, because that's what we're meant to do. We're meant to evolve. We're meant to learn and to grow and to push ourselves and to push our boundaries and to be newer, different, better people, meet new people, go to different places, discover, explore. But so many of us play so small, and we're so afraid of change, or we're so afraid of, what happens if I become successful? What are people going to think of me? What happens if, I do this and I change? What's going to happen to my friends? And it's like, not everybody's meant to be in your life forever. So, it helps you to understand that there's these different ideals about the way life should be, and, how to really truly be your authentic self, and to love yourself for who you are, and to really work on you as a person.
Oh, it's amazing, Crystal. Give me the title again. I'm gonna write it down, and I'm gonna put it. I think I put it on the post, but I'm gonna make sure that it's there. What is the title
Yeah,
of the book?
it's Nourishing Mind, Body, and Spirit:
Nourishing
A
Mind,
Healing Journey to the Higher Self.
a Healing Journey. It's a wonderful title and wonderful content, and you should. I'm gonna go buy it right now. So yes, yes, and but this is so true. Some people focus on one thing and they leave the other two, and it's the whole thing. We need to combine everything. You know, what we eat, what we do, what we exercise, and how we nourish our mind.
Yeah. Well, what we think too.
Combination,
I
yes.
mean, it's amazing how many people just run again on autopilot, and our brain is just like constantly running us through all the negativity scenarios, and it can't be helped. It's an evolutionary thing. It's our reptilian brain that's designed to keep us safe. But
The
the
negative,
problem is,
the negative, right? The
yes,
negative
yes, the
because
negative,
yes,
right? I mean, it's designed to keep us safe,
yes, of course.
but we're not living in a time of dinosaurs. We don't have to worry about getting eaten by a saber-toothed tiger, so we really need to understand that we have the ability to shift our thoughts and to choose different things, to choose a different way of being and to choose a different way of thinking. And what you think, thoughts become things, and how you think is how you become. So, recognizing that these thoughts create your entire life, right? They create your entire reality.
Absolutely, absolutely. Wait, I have a painting right here for you. Wait, look. Let's see if you can read it or if it's backwards. Look at
The
my
mind is everything, what you think you become. It is true.
it's one of my paintings here, right there. Exactly what you said, and I have it written everywhere. So
Yeah.
it's the way that our mind works, and so this is what you do, and it's wonderful. I applaud you because you went through really, really tough times in the past, and instead of staying there, you shook yourself up and
Yeah.
didn't allow those moments to stay, and you turn things around, and now you're giving it back and changing people. And with this technology, I wasn't so this pandemic really changed me because it has been I traveled into myself and into social media. I didn't believe in the power of social media, but instead you can reach so many people from around the world, every single little corner, as long as they have a connection, and they can be on Facebook and they can see you. And you just need a few words sometimes. It's just serendipity. You click, you listen to this person that you out of the blue, and you listen to that sentence, and it may change your life forever. So this is what you're doing, and
Yeah.
I would listen to you forever. um, our time is almost up, but I'm sure that we'll have you again, because this is a very, very important topic, and it's there's always something new to learn and discover. So thank you so much, Crystal, for being here,
Yeah.
and I hope to see you soon. And to everyone around the world, thank you for being here, and until next time.
Thank